We want to thank everyone here, the news media, for taking the time out of this day to come and hear what we have to say here in the near North Side community. So my name is Stella Mireles Walters, and I just want to point out a few things. I want to tell you that our hearts are broken over the news that charges have been dropped for Josue Flores' accused killer. The fact that he is still a suspect gives us some degree of hope that justice will be served. We urge everyone at the DA's office and local investigators to work steadfastly to give the Flores family and the Northside community some peace of mind.
Hello, my name is Venus Rodriguez. No one in Houston wants to live in a city where an 11-year-old boy can be stabbed in public in broad daylight and not have justice served. The Flores family does not deserve that. The Northside community does not deserve that. And Harris County residents do not deserve that. Justice must be served.
One thing that we'd like everyone to know is that as devastating as this news is today, that this community is strong. We've always chosen the path of trying to find answers for our problems rather than just be angry. But today it's kind of hard not to be angry. And this community has a large saturation of whatever you want to call them, flop houses, alternative housing, halfway houses, and places like the Salvation Army's Red Shield programs. We are completely saturated with those in our community. And it's not fair that one community has to bear that burden stronger than another. If we could just get the right people involved, and I will say that recently we've had some positive dialogue with the city, but we need to push it. We need to go further. These places have to go. They have to be regulated in a manner that doesn't allow men to just come in and just linger in your streets and become partners in crime and put illness and, just total disaster to a community. An 11-year-old child died walking home from school. Does that make any sense to anyone? I think the answer to that is no. And so we have to work harder, and we're asking the city of Houston, the mayor's office, the DA's office, the police department, city council's office to please, please help us to eliminate that element in this neighborhood and give us back a safe community. Thank you.
So what the community wants to demand is we want to have a call to action, and what that means is that we want to reach out to Salvation Army. We want them to reach out to our community because it's been a year and they have not communicated with us as far as wanting to be better neighbors, and that's 1 year is way too long. We demand that Salvation Army come forward, speak to the community, and try to make some type of common grounds that we are all happy with. Chief of Police, Chief Acevedo, we asked you to come to the Northside community. It's been way too long since you've been in office, and we have not seen you yet. We want to hear from you. We have ideas. We have solutions to some of our problems, and we can't do it on our own. Complete communities. The Mayor Turner, this is a request from our community to bring out all resources that you have available at your disposal to help us in our efforts to clean up our streets, make our streets safer and our community safer for everyone that lives there. Our community is devastated with the news that we received today, and we are just at a loss of words.
Hello. I'd like to speak a bit about the positive changes that have happened in the last year in the near North Side. There are a number of initiatives that we've begun as a community working together to make this a more home-like environment, to make this a better community, to come together as a community. So there are a variety of things that we've done since Josue's murder, such as first we got a civility ordinance passed, and we're working on getting it expanded so that we can have safer sidewalks and safer streets and a safer neighborhood. We also, the near North Side block captains have started having an exercise program in Castillo Park, which is attached to Marshall Middle School and Carnegie Library. So we're all very much coming together to affect positive change in this neighborhood. Right now, what we would like is to continue this forward momentum. We would like to also ask that anybody in the community that has any information that can help the district attorney's office, or if you just want to tell one of your community leaders something about this case that you saw or that you were concerned about and maybe didn't come forward with, because we are very interested in seeing the next steps in this process. We do want justice for Josue, and we are not going to let this go. Thank you.
So this is not a good day for our community. We depended on the district attorneys and other offices to make this an open and shut case. And we've been let down. And our hearts have been wounded again. So do you just forget about us? Do we have to do everything ourselves? I thought this was Houston, Texas. I thought you cared. We're open to questions.
Could you say some words in Spanish?
Edgar, if you please, or Rosa.
She works here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Say what Stella said.
Obviamente,
Can we get your name, su nombre y apellido?
Edgar Gil-Aro, Gil-Haro.
¿Y usted está con alguna organización?
Pertenezco a Safe.com, soy uno de los coordinadores. Obviamente no estamos muy felices con la noticia que recibimos hoy, cerca de mediodía. Hemos tratado de trabajar como un grupo de voluntarios todo un año para asegurar que niños puedan caminar a sus escuelas, regresar a sus casas seguramente. Yo en lo personal no tuve nada para preparar para hoy. Tengo más preguntas de lo que tengo que contestar o decir.
Pero ¿cómo se sienten ustedes como miembros de la comunidad que han luchado por encontrar justicia para esta familia al recibir esta noticia?
No nos sentimos muy bien. En parte nos sentimos un poco fracasados. Yo por lo general preparé una agenda hoy y esperaba poder repasar todas las cosas positivas que hemos hecho dentro de esta comunidad. Pero en vez de dar un paso para adelante, hemos dado varios para atrás hoy. Sí vamos a recuperar. Esperamos que puedan seguir con el caso y puedan llegar a algo, que puedan encontrar la persona que fue la persona que
Culpable.
es culpable por haber asesinado a Josue Flores, obviamente, pero estamos inseguros porque si la oficina del District Attorney no tiene suficiente evidencia para comprobar que fue Andre Jackson, entonces lo que nos quedan son preguntas, no hay resolución, no se puede cerrar el caso. Si les pedimos a la comunidad si hay alguna información, algún testigo, alguien que vio algo, que por favor se comunique con la policía, sería muy apreciado. Gracias.
How often has this group met since what happened, and what response have you gotten from the community?
How often do we meet? Monthly, if not more.
We have many safety teams that the community has created to address our safety concerns that are very heavy in our neighborhood. We have a Safe Walk Home, we have Block Captain, Super Neighborhood, Northside Dogs. There's several that the community has created on their own, and we utilize, those are tools that we've created to help address these issues. So there is a meeting 5 days a week in our community to discuss projects that are on the table, future projects, current initiatives that we're working on. So we are a very active community in the North Side.
We have never stopped. From the day that Josue Flores was killed, we have never stopped. We We united. We shared information. We went through everything. We used everything that we could in order to keep our students, to keep this community informed, to make it a better neighborhood. Because an 11-year-old boy was stabbed to death 20 times. That's not right. Like I said before, we're doing what we're doing. Where's all the help that we need now?
I'll try to answer your question. We formed as a group when Stella started this group sometime around June. In June, when we first started organizing. So she basically was responsible for training a group of neighborhood volunteers to do this type of work, and she trained about 100 of us through a CERT program, a Certified Emergency Response Team program, and then with adequate training from the police. So we meet quarterly. We had a meeting scheduled today. We had anticipated meeting today to sort of go over a lot of the positive things that have happened since this group formed, and obviously it's kind of a letdown because of the news. So a lot of the stuff that we were going to cover on the agenda we won't be able to go over today. But we are an active group.
Yes.
We have over 400 people who follow us on Facebook, and there are about 100 of us that are trained to do this type of volunteer work in the communities.
Any other questions?
Carla, did you want to make a statement? This has been such a just really devastating day. Devastation's a good word for how everyone feels here. There was just recently. I mean, and talking to community people when they talk about Josue, I mean, they're still moved to tears and to being very emotional. And but through that all, that the community has rallied in a very powerful way, coming together in ways that have really strengthened the bonds between them. Neighbors and friends, really looking out for each other, being very creative about how they can help protect each other, how to make it safer for children. But then this happened today, that we learned that we don't have a suspect anymore, that they're releasing this man, that it just rips the scab off of a wound that was, I think, beginning to heal. And I'm so proud of all of these people here, how they've come together, how they've grown, how they've really made the North Side better. I mean, there are families that have been here for a very long time, and there have been deep bonds and roots between them, but it has just gotten stronger and better. It's through all this pain, but to now be reliving it. I would like to say that the family, they're very humble, they're very quiet people, and I just can't imagine how awful it must be for them to see your trucks out in front of their house. Please be respectful of them, because they are suffering so much more than the rest of us. But thank you for helping to cover this. There are so many questions there, that we don't have answers to at this time. I'm very curious to know, more about what the district attorneys, why they went this way, what they found or what they didn't find, why it took 14 months. I don't know how those things work, but we deserve answers about that. So, a statement that Chief Acevedo issued today seemed to imply that they still think this could be the man. We don't know. We just don't have enough evidence. They say that it's just insufficient. That it's weak evidence. It doesn't mean there's nothing there. So that was another plea that Crime Stoppers made today. If you know anything, please come forward, because we still have a crime to solve. Thank you.
Stella or Cynthia,
Yes.
you mentioned that the assistant DA came to our super neighborhood council meeting 3 months ago and promised to keep us informed, that we were surprised.
So 2 months ago, we did have a super neighborhood meeting where we had requested that the DA come and give us an update on, actually it was right before his anniversary date, give us an update on the case. Kim All could not attend, so she sent the assistant district attorney to give us an update. They did promise to keep us informed, but today's news is very surprising to us because we thought that there was a strong case against this man, and obviously it's not what is being, it's not what happened today. Today is
Do you speak
exactly.
Spanish? Do you speak Spanish? No. Can we get your first name and last name?
Cynthia Reyes
¿Quieres
Revilla.
decir lo que
Can
dijo
we have
Cynthia?
someone in Spanish say what
Oh,
you
yeah,
just said?
thank you.
Lo que dijo
Buenas
Cynthia.
tardes, mi nombre es Consuelo Martínez, ¿verdad? Activista de la comunidad. Estoy en shock, como estamos todos. Recuerdo cuando luchamos, cuando caminamos las calles para exigir justicia. Creíamos que ya todo lo teníamos solucionado, que ya no teníamos peligro que existiera otro asesinato más. Caminamos, luchamos para que se haga una ordenanza aquí el grupo de madres, pero no nos vamos a dar por vencido, ¿sí? Lo único que queremos, y por favor pedimos a la comunidad, es que si saben algo, vieron algo, no callen, por favor, no callen, hablen. Llegó el momento de unirnos otra vez como comunidad, porque el dolor de Josué Flores no nada más fue de la familia Flores, fue un dolor de la comunidad, un dolor que nos pegó a todos. No queremos otro asesinato más. Si esta persona queda libre, tenemos posibilidades de que haya otro asesinato más. Eso queremos evitarlo. Por favor, si alguien vio algo, que diga. Esto no puede quedar impune. Es un dolor, es una impotencia que estamos sintiendo todos ahorita, ¿verdad? De que tenemos que unirnos. Hoy llegó el momento de exigir justicia. Tenemos que caminar, tenemos que buscar, pero el asesino no puede quedar suelto, no puede andar en las calles, no puede volver a cometer otro asesinato más. Gracias.
Dile que
Gracias.
lo que
La
va a decir yo.
fiscalía había hablado con ustedes anteriormente, antes del aniversario de la muerte de Josué. Les habían dicho que le iban a dar información. ¿Habían ellos estado en contacto con ustedes para informarles de esto? ¿Se
No.
puede hablar?
Alguien de la oficina de
¿Se
la
puede abrir el micrófono, por favor?
Alguien de la oficina de la fiscalía se juntó con nosotros en una junta comunitaria que tuvimos hace 2 o 3 meses. Nos explicó un poco de que había la posibilidad de que no se prosecuría, que no eran los resultados de ADN no eran muy conclusivos. Lo que tenían no tenían mucha evidencia, prácticamente no había testigos que podrían defender para poder seguir el caso. No era un caso, sí nos habían dicho que no era, por lo tanto no había la posibilidad de edificar o de juntar un caso muy bueno.
Pues nunca pensamos que that they were going to let him go.
Que le iban a dejar libre.
¿Nunca pensaron que le iban a dejar libre?
Sí, nunca pensamos que
Mi
they were
nombre es
going to let him
María
go.
Medel. Yo me
Perdón.
enseño español. Dice Estela que nunca pensamos nosotros que lo iban a dejar ir. El District Attorney, el primero, dijo que tenía bastante para detener a este señor
Para vida.
por vida. Tenía bastante para detenerlo. Y luego se lo dio a Kim Ogg, que era assistant, que no sabía mucho del caso, no creo. ¿Y por qué lo dejó ir ella? Esto no está bien. Nosotros, yo quiero saber qué van a hacer ellos si este señor va y mata a alguien más. Puede ser tu niño tuyo, tu niña tuya. ¿Qué van a hacer después si este señor va y mata a alguien más?
In your neighborhood.
Sí, en el área donde tú vives. Ustedes también estuvieran enojados como nosotros. Estamos bien enojados. Porque nosotros trabajamos mucho, todo el año, todos los días, bastante horas. Trabajamos todos para que este señor lo detuvieran. Y luego ahora nomás nos dieron una cachetada
en la cara y lo dejaron ir. Bueno, además yo quiero saber que por qué lo dejaron ir. Nosotros queremos que ellos dijeron que no tenían bastante. Bueno, enséñame lo que tú tienes, que por qué lo dejaste ir. Nosotros queremos ver. Nosotros tenemos el derecho de ver por qué.
Sí.
Si caso la sangre no era el mismo de él, la queremos ver. Si caso un pelo no era de lo que ellos agarraron, nosotros queremos prueba. No nomás dilos, enséñalos. ¿Está bien? Gracias.
¿Dice su nombre y apellido?
María Medel.
Gracias.
¿Me podrían decir cuántas veces ha venido el jefe de la policía a la comunidad de Northside?
Los jefes vienen, cuando nosotros les llamamos, ellos vienen.
¿El jefe de la policía ahora
Sí,
está
del Precinct 6.
el jefe de la policía.
De la policía de Houston, ¿Arta se había estado aquí?
No ha venido hasta ahora, no ha venido. Pero nosotros cuando hablamos a la policía, el District 6 viene.
Yeah.
Silvia Treviño los manda. Todo el tiempo aquí tenemos a alguien ahora.
Entonces,
Tenemos de HPD, tenemos de Metro. Todos vienen.
la fiscal Kimog
Damos la
no ha
gracia a
venido.
ellos.
¿Cómo?
La fiscal Kimog no ha venido tampoco.
No.
No, and tell them that we're very thankful for the police working with us from day one.
Nosotros le queremos dar gracias a las policías que sí vienen, que sí los oyen. Muchas gracias, nosotros los queremos mucho. Sin ellos no pudiéramos hacer nosotros todo.
Yes.
Muchas
If it wasn't for the police officers stepping up with us, teaching us how to identify a suspect, teaching us how to call anonymously, teaching us, giving us the neighborhood back the power. I want to thank all the police officers here from all the departments. They, from day one, have worked with all of the community leaders here. And we deserve a big gratitude. They deserve a big gratitude. But they're also let down. We're all let down today. And this community will keep doing what we're doing.
Can you please turn off the phone?
We're not going to go back into our houses, and we're not going to go and just stay quiet.
Nosotros vamos a seguir luchando todos los días y más ahora que nunca. No, esto no se va a morir. Nosotros vamos a luchar mucho más ahora.
So I ask Northside, don't close your hearts. Don't close your door. We have to be alert, and we have to do, even if no one comes out to help us, we have to help ourselves.
That's right. Exactly. Thank you.